welcome back to another flute tip of the week. As I said in my last couple of videos, I am in the Isle of Wight this week doing a little Baroque music tour. It was nice to be able to get off the mainland, and I figured before I head back with the rest of the orchestra to go back to old London town, I would use this opportunity to have a slightly different setting and give you a sequel to Flute Hacks, so that you can have a few more creative solutions to any problems that might come up. So here is Flute Hacks, the sequel. Use a large sock to cover the top of your flute so that it stays warm during long periods of rest in orchestral or chamber pieces. I do suggest using a black sock because it's a little bit more inconspicuous. When doing a thorough clean of your flute, put a drop of water onto cigarette paper and then clean out the pads. Cigarette paper does not tear very easily, and so if you put a little bit of water on there, it'll help just to remove some of the dirt without leaving any powdery residue like when you use powder paper to just quickly get rid of some of the stick. If you have a tricky page turn and you don't have access to a photocopier, take a picture of the first few lines of the next page with your phone so that you have it sitting right on the side of your music stand, and then you can turn the page as soon as it's convenient. When you're working on a piece, but you need to be watching yourself to make sure that you're doing things right physically, blue tack your music directly onto the mirror so that you don't need to be looking down and up from your music stand, and instead it's right there on the side. This will help you be able to look at yourself more quickly, as well as start giving you a chance to look away from the music and practice doing things a bit more from memory. Another use for blue tack is if you're having a little trouble with slipping on the flute. Put a bit of blue tack onto the flute where your left index finger connects to it so that it will mold to the shape of your hand without it slipping back and forth. This will make things just a little bit more comfortable and stable, especially if you're playing in hot weather or if you get sweaty hands when you're nervous. And finally, a little tidbit for my fellow female flutes out there. When you're putting on makeup for a concert, make sure you don't put any underneath your lip. Most kinds of foundation will actually react to the metal on your flute and cause you to have a black smudge. Sometimes, if you don't put on all that much, it's just like a little bit of darkness and it looks like a shadow. Other times you look like you have a goatee. Just avoid that area altogether. Trust me, I've gotten off stage before and the conductor looked at me and said, I didn't know it was Halloween. I hope you find some of these hacks helpful. It's always important to have some good solutions to when you have a random situation pop up. I'll see you all next week. Flute happy, hack happy, don't goatee.